Should you do the expedition in Arc Raiders? With the expedition less than 2 weeks away, you may be wondering if doing the expedition is worth it. In this video, we're going to break down the pros and cons of doing the expedition and hopefully help you make the best decision before the expedition window arrives. So just to recap, when you embark, no pun intended, on your expedition, you'll lose all of your inventory, blueprints, workshop progress, and money in exchange for permanent increase to your stash slots, potential for additional skill points, and some temporary increases to scrappy materials and XP gains. So, considering you lose most of what you work for in the game, why would you want to do the expedition? Well, there are some huge benefits if you plan to continue playing the game and you enjoy the grind of looting and starting over. Now, that's a big if, because the amount of time it can take you to upgrade your benches again, loot for guns, finding all the blueprints, it's going to take quite a bit of time. And with blueprints not spawning in the same location, you're going to have to loot quite a bit just to find them again. That can be pretty taxing and take some of the enjoyment out of the game. Me personally, I enjoy the grind, the challenge of starting over, starting from nothing, going out there, seeing what you can find, and just kind of building up from there. I did find a lot more guns and blueprints post-expedition, but that was probably getting better at the game and nothing to do with the actual expedition. There's also a lot of exciting games coming out this year. Marathon's going to bring some competition, so I don't know if it makes sense to continue to grind these expeditions every single time unless you really enjoy it. However, I do think Arc Raiders is going to be a great game long-term. Getting the permanent stash increase is huge in itself. I'm constantly maxed out. Also, the skill points. You can see here I had some skill points from when I first started. Now I've got all the skill points maxed out. Having 10 more skill points than somebody's gonna make a big difference when you start fighting, and you have 10 more skill points than the other person, that might make a big difference. You're also gonna snowball from one expedition to the other, meaning that your scrappy materials increase, your gun repair increase, continues to stack for consecutive expeditions, but once you stop doing expeditions, you'll not continue to get that added increase. So, with some of those things to think about, does it make sense to actually do the expedition? I would say that depends on how you like to play the game. If you play casually throughout the week or have a busy life and can only play here and there, I'd say it does not make sense to do the expedition. If you're grinding it several days a week in the game, or you just enjoy the grind and looting part of the game and you see yourself playing it quite a bit for the long term, then yeah, I think absolutely there's some big bonuses and incentives to go ahead and do it, but it is quite a bit of work to start over. So the ones that don't do it, don't feel like you're missing out. I did the expedition the first time for multiple reasons, but one of them was I felt like I was missing out if I don't do it and I'd be behind. I can tell you, even if you play casually, you're not gonna be behind unless you never do them. And somebody that does 12 expeditions in a row, that might be a little bit of a difference, but you can still enjoy the game either way. I also think Embark's going to continuously to work through this and make it more beneficial in the future for the ones who feel like it's a non-stop grind. They've already adjusted from the first expedition to the second to require only 3 million coin instead of 5 million, and I think they're going to continue to experiment and make things better in the future. So I hope this video helps you decide if you're on the fence or just something to think about. If it did, like it, drop a comment, and if there's somebody else that you know that might benefit from watching this video, please share it. And thank you guys for tuning in.